What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It's my first, sorry for the annoying beep, backing up. This is my first vlog from the new vehicle. You're in a new mount, which will hopefully be a little less, you know, boom, 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 maybe. Maybe not. I've got most of my fatness into the camera, but, you know, couldn't quite squeeze everything in. So you guys are kind of at a funky angle. I apologize for that, but hopefully it works. But anyways, I kind of want to just do an update video, kind of let you guys know what's going on, what's been going on, and, you know, the lack of content for the last week, and what the plans for the YouTube channel is. And, you know, the streamers, they'll kind of figure it out when I tell them today, but that's mainly for YouTube. So, again, really sorry for the last couple weeks. For those of you guys who don't know, Timmy, my girlfriend, aka Kat, came down to visit me. Her and her mother spent a month here. Woo! And I love Timmy, but and I like her mom too. Her mom's awesome. But and some of you younger kids may not quite understand this, but the older ones should. If you've moved out of your house and gotten on your own, and then go back and live with your parents for any length of time, you know, even if it's just a week, like, it just starts to grate really, really fucking quickly. And it's even worse when it's not your mother. You know, I mean, she's most likely my future mother-in-law, but she's not my mom. You know what I mean? So you can put up with your own family's bullshit a lot better than you put up with other people's bullshits. So, and like I said, I make it sound like her mother's horrible. Her mother's not horrible, but her mother likes doing things a certain way. I like doing things a certain way, and that combination wasn't always the same. And so there was a little bit of rub. And so first week or so, her mom wanted to kill me. I kind of wanted to kill her, and then we kind of got over it. And then you know, there were a couple bumps in the road, but it was an interesting experience, you know, because, you know, Timmy and I, we met through the internet. Our relationship for the last 10 months had been through the internet, and this was our first real meeting. And then, you know, meeting her mother at the same time and having both of them live in the house. I mean, you go from, because, you know, like when you're dating somebody, you have like those stages of progression, you know, where like you like each other, you tell each other you like each other, then, you know, you'll go on a date, then you hold hands, then you kiss, then, you know, monkey business, as her mom says, happens, etc., etc. And when you have an online relationship, certain aspects of your relationship progress. You know, the emotional side, the intimacy, the emotional intimacy, and the connection that way progresses. But, you know, the physical side of things, the having to see each other face to face, you know, all the time. You know, when you date somebody and you don't see them all the time, there's a big difference. Anybody will tell you from that, and then them moving in and living with you, you know. So we went from having a very serious relationship, but from a distance, to having a very serious relationship and cohabitating, and that's interesting. That's different, and we didn't have any problems with it, and I really didn't expect any problems with it. But then when you add on top of that, cohabitating with your mother, and not for a day, not for a week, not for a weekend, for a month. Woo! Woo. Even if you like somebody, living with them for a month can be rough. So, but that coincided also with I almost said a heat wave, but it wasn't really a heat wave. It was just fucking normal Texas heat. And for those of you guys who know, I work, this is the first year in 6 years that I have not been a full-time YouTuber / streamer. And I'm working at Domino's part-time while I finish up my school degree so that I can get a quote-unquote real job. Well, temperatures broke 100 to 110 with the heat index. You know, some of you guys are like, actually, Pyro, it was like only 95 degrees. Well, yes, that's true. It was 95 degrees, but with the heat index, it was 110. And I'm a fat mofo. So when I'm out there walking around at 110 degree effective with the heat index temperatures, walking up 3 flights of stairs with 4 pizzas. Oh, pizzas aren't that heavy. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. You go order 4 Pizza pizzas or 4 Supreme pizzas from Domino's. Throw on 2 2-liters on top of that. And order a Cinnasticks and some cheese bread. And you let me know how long you can hold that with one hand while walking up 4 flights of stairs in 110 degree temperatures. Get back to me then. get back to me then. So anyways, you know, I go into a shift of that, and by the time I got home, it was just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, you don't want to do anything. I mean, like, you're just, like, mentally you're there, but, like, you're physically exhausted, and to some extent mentally exhausted. And it's just like, you just want to pour yourself into a bucket, throw yourself in the freezer, and then just kind of re-solidify. You don't want to do anything. So it was kind of hard that last, like, 2 weeks. I think it was more like a week and a half to stream, because I was just dead. I was just dead. So that, and, you know, once it was like, I realized Timmy was actually going home, it kind of was rough, because, you know, I am really fond of her. So having her there for a month, you know, you get used to having somebody around, used to sleeping next to somebody, and then they're gone. It's just like, you know, I wanted to kind of suck every little bit out of our time that we could. So, but anyways, where are we going to go from here? So, for those of you guys who've been with me for a while, I suck at YouTube. I suck at a lot of things that I do. I have great ideas, I have great thoughts, and I have great plans, but when it comes to implementation and sticking with certain things, I kind of suck at it. I'm very good at early adoptions, trying out new things, and playing with new stuff, but I'm not so good at, like, Northern Lion. That dude's been playing Binding of Isaac for, like, fucking 8 years, man. He's got, like, 2,700 videos of just Isaac. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. I get bored, I get frustrated, something else comes out and I want to try it out, and I can't do it. Not only that, but on top of that, my Let's Play series just don't do well. And there's some of you who do like my Let's Play series, and I know you guys exist. There's like 300 of you that'll watch me play just about anything, and I appreciate that. I love you guys. You guys are great, and I wish that I could continue to do that. But unfortunately, this year has kind of taught me a few things, and it's some lessons that I kind of learned before, but, like, they didn't quite sink in, and this year they've kind of sunk in, and one of those is, I'm not going to be a full-time YouTuber or streamer again. That part of my life is most likely over. You know, it was great. I enjoyed it. I got to live the dream. I got to wake up every morning and play video games for almost 7 years, and it was great. You know, I loved what I did. I really enjoyed it, but financially, it got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore, and you know, that's had a big effect on the channel. I've said it before. You know, anytime you have to be creative, funny, entertaining, etc., and you've got a financial gun to your head, it's very hard to enjoy yourself, you know, and to kind of be entertaining and be an enjoyment for others, because you're just petrified the whole time, and, you know, you're just trying to make things work. And I'm a very creative person, so for me, I kept trying to solve this unsolvable problem, and the more I tried to solve it, the harder it was to solve it. You know, it's kind of like one of those situations where, like, you got to walk an obstacle course, and they keep feeding you shots, and, like, the longer it takes you to get across the obstacle course, the more shots you have to take. But the more shots you take, the more impossible it is to get across the obstacle course. And it's a terrible fucking analogy, but you guys get the idea. So it just got to the point where my content sucked. I wasn't happy. You guys weren't entertained, and it just was a bad deal. And then, you know, I had to get the job, and it's taken me a little while to kind of figure things out. And a big part of it was I just don't want to give up on certain things, you know? Like, I don't want to give up being a full-time YouTuber. I don't want to give up being a full-time streamer. That's something I want to do, you know? I mean, like, I fought that. It was hard. I was depressed. Oh, my God, dude, that was hard to get through. But, you know, it's kind of like those stages of denial or whatever, you know? At first, it's like, no, man, fuck that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that shit. We're going to find a way to make it work. And then it's like, oh, God, this is really happening. Oh, my God, this is going to suck. And then it's like, all right, kind of realize, all right, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to, this is happening, you know? Whether I want it to or not, it's going to happen. So how are we going to get through that? And then once you kind of reacclimate, it's messed up. I forget what show it was. I want to say it was Walking Dead, where one of the guys is like, you know, when you find out you got to eat a shit sandwich, you know, you're fighting it, you're resisting it, but you're going to have to eat it anyway. You might as well just get in there and eat that son of a bitch and make it easier for both of you. So that's kind of where I ended up getting, and then at that point, you know, YouTube, I'm making less than $200 a month on YouTube at this point. Streaming, I'm making less than, you know, let's say 25% of my take home from Domino's, maybe even 20% is equivalent. So like, let's say if I made $2,000 from Domino's a month, give or take, then only $500 roughly from Twitch. So total, I am making less than 25% of my income now from these sources, and that's good and bad. One, it's good because when I do it, I don't feel like I've got a gun to my head. So I can be me, I can have fun, I can enjoy myself, etc., etc. The bad news is, you know, when you're tired and you're not in the mood, then it's just like, okay, well, you know, since I don't have a gun to my head, I'm just not going to do it today, and that unfortunately is a bad side effect. So I've been trying to figure out how to balance everything, and from YouTube, I enjoy YouTube from the aspect that I can do it and I can walk away. So you make a video, you record it, you upload it, you're done. You know, it's going to do what it's going to do. It's uploaded. It's rocking and rolling, and you can go about your life. You know, with stream, your ass has to be in that seat for the duration of your stream every day. So you know, if you're streaming 6 hours a day, that's 6 hours a day. Your butt's got to be in that seat doing that thing. You know, if you've got something else that comes up, you know, you want to do, you got life events and things like that, it gets really difficult to schedule. And it's not like a normal job where you can be like, yeah, man, you know, you want to swap shifts with me? Somebody cover for me here today? It don't work that way. You know, you're the thing. You know, it's like the pizza at Domino's. It's like, nah, man, I'm calling in today. I ain't coming in. Y'all gonna have to make something else. It's like, no, dude, it's pizza. We need fucking pizza. It's like, oh yeah, I guess I can't call in sick. So, you know, both sides have their benefits and the drawbacks. I do like streaming, though, from the aspect that it doesn't require editing, and it doesn't require me to plan so much. I just get on, do it, have fun, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and hopefully people are going to like that, or they're not. At this point, unfortunately, it is what it is. So what are we going to do with YouTube? YouTube will no longer be my main focus. I know some of you are going to get pissed off, some of you are going to want to unsub. I can't do anything about that. I appreciate those of you who have been with me for as long as you've been with me. It is what it is. I will be doing tips and tricks on YouTube. I will be doing vlogs like this. There is a possibility I may start doing Uber now that I have a Prius. You guys may notice this isn't the truck anymore. I got rid of the truck last week because filling up my truck got 10 miles a gallon. 10. 1-0. That is ass. So truck got 10 miles a gallon. Because of that shitty mileage, I was spending about $300 a month in gas, and I wasn't making all that much to begin with at Domino's, and an extra $300 a month was killing me. I was paying $340 a month for the truck. Prius, my payment went up to $400 a month, and you're like, oh, Pyro, you're paying extra money. You stupid. You're supposed to be saving money. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, but I've driven, I could get about 200 miles out of my truck, roughly on a tank of gas. Let's see, since I got this at 19 miles. There's 300 miles on it, so it's roughly 280 miles. I have 160 miles left on my gas tank. So, what is that? 280, 380, 440? So, roughly 2.5 times, almost, what my truck did. On top of that, my truck's tank was, I think, 25 gallons. Gas tank on this, I think, is 10. So, bit of a difference. 10 gallons, 500 miles, 20 gallons, 200 miles. Doesn't take a math genius to figure out one of those is drastically superior to the other. So, and one of the things I've noticed since I've started doing Domino's is I do like driving. I didn't think I would. I thought I would hate driving. I used to hate riding. It sucked. But driving, for whatever reason, it just makes the time go by quick. You know, it's just passive enough that you don't have to necessarily actively engage your mind. And it's just active enough that you don't feel bored. You can listen to the radio, you can listen to YouTube videos, podcasts, or just sit in silence and think, you know, which is something that I do enjoy doing from time to time. So I'm thinking about doing Uber, setting up a couple cams in here. That'll unfortunately run me about $400 to $600, depending on the type of system I go with. Actually, no, I'd probably get it for $200. I think a nice cam will probably run me $200 to $400. Because I got to get one. You basically, you know, you pick up a 16-year-old girl and she makes an accusation and you didn't do anything wrong because she's pissed off at her family and you're going to jail. You got a webcam, you're not. You know, somebody gets in and vomits all over the back of the car. You've got them on camera doing it. You know, you got somebody who says you said some racist shit, you didn't say nothing. You got it on camera. So if I'm going to let people in my car, which I don't really want to do, I want to have it on tape just because I'm a paranoid motherfucker. And, you know, God forbid one of those sons of bitches fucking kills me. I want to make sure I got it on tape. So there's quite a few different cams that I can get. I got to look into them, do some research. And I got to make sure it's something I even want to do. I got a really nice car now. I've got a 2017 Prius 2, I think is what it is. And it's got the radar functions and everything on it, which is really nice. And I don't know if I want anybody in the car to fuck it up, because, I mean, inevitably they will. But at the same time, I'm delivering pizzas, which is basically going to do the same thing. The only difference is the inside might not get messed up. So, you know, one way or another, it's a depreciating asset that's going to get fucked up. If I do with Uber, I'm already going to get fucked with self-employment tax because of YouTube and streaming. If I do Uber, then I can do all of my mileage gets written off. And you put a lot of miles on the car, which is kind of what the Prius is designed to do. So with that instance, I don't know, it might be worth it. Plus I can then use, you know, the interactions that I'll have with the passengers to kind of, you know, make some funny stuff. And I got a good personality, I think, and I got good customer service, and I think that is something that would serve well in the Uber standpoint, or the Lyft. I think I'm actually going to do Lyft first as opposed to Uber. I love fucking people who walk across the crosswalks when they don't have the right of way. And then they don't walk quick. Move your ass, Seabass. I will run you the fuck over in my Prius. So, anyways, back to what we're talking about. We're going to be doing guides. We're going to be doing tips and tricks and reviews. And that's what the channel is going to become. And they're not going to be, it's not going to be daily content. There'll be times where it probably won't even be weekly content, and then there's going to be days where you're going to get machine gunned to death. So it just kind of depends. If you guys look at my Black Desert online guide, this morning it was at 15,000 views. That is more than the last 3 Let's Plays I did. Oh, but Pyro, you don't finish the Let's Play. That's why you don't get good views. No. I mean, I'm sure that is a contributing factor, but that's not the... That's not the difference between 200 views a video and 15,000 views a video and climbing 200 view video that will never be looked at again by anyone, as opposed to a 15,000 view video that is getting 1,000 views a week and will continue to for the next year. So, one is, it's easier content to do. It's content that I'm more good at. It's content that YouTube apparently appreciates more, and it allows me to do something that I haven't done in a while, which is actually enjoy playing games because I'm not Let's Playing them. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy... What the fuck is this shit? What the hell? I wish I could show you guys this. This truck in front of me got hit, and like its ass is falling off, and like it's duct taped its own ass to itself. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck happened to that thing. So anyways, that's the plan for YouTube. You guys will see some vlogs like this. If I end up doing Uber, you guys are going to get a lot of vlogs. You're going to get a lot of passenger videos, crazy shit like that. You're going to get some MMO guides, probably a lot of Black Desert Online guides over the next couple of weeks. Maybe some RuneScape. RuneScape's a little trickier. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes, and definitely some reviews. I'm going to start getting back into taking a look at indie games, because that is something I do enjoy doing. I like looking at new games, seeing what I like about them, and then not having to beat them, because I have ADD when it comes to video games. I don't like playing them all the way through. That's weird. Until I got into YouTube, I never beat video games. And then I got into YouTube, and I beat games. And there are exceptions, you know, like Dark Souls 2 and 3. I enjoyed beating those for the most part. Maybe not so much Dark Souls 3 in the last, like, 2 bosses. But I enjoyed beating those games, but a lot of times I just enjoy playing a game to, like, experience it, which sounds weird. It's almost like wine tasting for video games. It's like, I just want to taste it. I don't want to drink the bottle. I just want to taste it, see what I like about it, check out the idea, and then move on. And then one other thing we may end up doing is, ever since I was little, I have wanted to get into game development. I've wanted to make video games. And then I got into college, and it was like, I don't want to do this because the teachers suck. And then, you know, it got easier to make video games, so to speak, in some aspects. I know all the game devs are like, Arr! I don't mean it like easier as in like, you know, I can just throw in Assassin's Creed like that. I mean more along the lines of, you've got things like ClickTeam Fusion, you've got Game Maker, you've got stuff like that, which allows novices to kind of get their feet wet in a learning environment. And it's a little bit easier at that aspect, as opposed to, you know, you need to go learn C++, C#, Python, all these things, figure out how they work, build your own engine, etc., etc. I mean, you used to have to build your own fucking engine. There was none of this engine you could just download for free, or try for free, or license for a reasonable rate. It was, you know, you got to pay like $5 million for the Unreal Engine, and that just wasn't happening, you know. So it's a lot easier now to get your feet wet on shitty games to learn so that you can make better games. So Timmy and I have been wanting to do that. We may make a game together. If we do, we'll document it. For live stream stuff, we're still going to be playing video games. We're still going to be doing more Let's Play-like stuff. And we'll see how it goes. I will play games for as long as I enjoy playing them, and then I will stop. And those VODs are going to end up on YouTube. I'm going to be just throwing them up piecemeal. So you're going to get a 3-hour video or so, you know, whenever I stream, 24 hours after the stream. And then that's it. And then there are going to be reviews, there are going to be VODs, there are going to be tips and tricks. I'm just going to kind of see how that all goes for a while. And if, you know, like for instance, if the Uber stuff takes off, then I may rebrand TDK Minecraft and put Uber on there. If, you know, something else takes off, we may change it up. We'll see how things go. Just kind of playing around with things, and it's a hobby now. It's no longer a job, it's a hobby. And we'll kind of see how things go over the next year or so. So, like I said, you know, some people are going to get upset about this because we're not doing Let's Plays anymore. I understand that. I appreciate the support that you've given me for a while, the last 6-7 years. But, you know, the Titanic is sinking. I'm going to get on a lifeboat. I encourage you to do the same. And we'll see where we end up when help arrives. So, but yeah, just wanted to go on a little drive with you guys for today. Gonna go fill the Prius up now. See how much. See how much we fill her up. Let's see how much did we put on it this time. I don't know if I can even tell that. 304 miles minus 19, so that's right, roughly 280. And I have gone 70% through my tank. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6, 7 hash marks, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6. So 6 hash marks. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hash marks down, which leaves us 2 hash marks left. So that's what is 2 out of 6? That's 1/3. So we have 1/3 of our gas tank, so roughly 30% left in 280 miles. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And I know some of you are going to ask, so I'm not going to end the video until we find out how much gas is in the bad boy. So stick with me, folks. We'll be right back. All right, so just filled up. $15, 7.2 gallons. Did the math real quick before we left, and the math says that it was right at 40 miles a gallon. Keep in mind, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, let me fix the trip real quick. Oh, excuse me. I'm not exactly sure if that's 100% accurate because the contract I got from them said I had 19 miles, but I don't know exactly when they filled the gas tank up. And I'm still learning to drive the thing. The vehicle has some eco stuff on it and whatnot, but 40 miles a gallon still is better than what I was getting with my truck times 4. I just filled the thing up, 280 miles on 7 gallons is insane, and I'm very happy with that. So I've got the actual math down, I've got the trip set up, so I will know exactly how much it costs next time. So we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So let me know if you guys have interest in Uber videos of me driving around and driving other people around while bullshitting and doing my normal stuff. You know, let me know what you guys think about the channel announcement today, and let me know what you guys think about the stream. Love, as always, to hear your feedback. Just keep in mind, though, that, you know, unfortunately, the reality is I have to seek other options for employment, and that, unfortunately, is going to mean that YouTube and streaming just cannot be a priority. If somehow a miracle happens and my Patreon blows up, or, you know, I start pulling millions of views a month, then, you know, things will change. But for right now, it is looking like the near future we're going to be part-time. And we're just going to play around and enjoy life, try to relax, and not be so stressed out about finances, and, you know, see where things go. And I've probably got a cool announcement for you guys within the next 30 days. So, non-YouTube related at all, just more personal, like more so. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the support as always. Hope you guys have a great day, great week. Content will be resuming shortly. I'll catch you guys in the next one.